Adorno and Max Horkheimer are adherents of the Frankfurt School's critical thought. In their book entitled Dialectic of Enlightenment, Philosophical Fragments, there is one article that explains us specifically about the culture industry, entitled The Culture Industry, Enlightenment as Mass Deception. They said that the presence of mass media and technological advancement wrapped in capitalism are the basis of the growth of a commercialized cultural industry with a purpose only to reach maximum profits by the capitalists. This huge profit is one of the boosters of cultural existence to produce massive cultural products. They argued in the name of enlightenment and freedom of choice on the grounds for community needs. However, it is actually just an illusion and a manipulation.
Real life is becoming indistinguishable from the movies. The sound film, far suppressing the theater of illusion, leaves no room for imagination or reflection on the part of the audience, who is unable to respond within the structure of the film, yet defeat from its precise detail without losing the truth of the story. Hence, the film forces its victims to equate it directly with reality. And then, the advertising and culture industry are both manipulating people to believe what is displayed, so they will feel victorious and find it easier to get their interest. Likewise, with film and radio, it is no longer a place or a venue to obtain information or as an art, but also made or included in the business section to get profits and money from the media.
Okay guys, today I will tell to you about consequence of culture industry. First, culture forms such as popular music act as a socialism. Second, Adorno gave awareness to most people in capitalist societies, life limited, impoverished and unhappy life. The third, popular music and film do not deny this awareness, but act to reconcile people to their faith. Fourth, Adorno observed the actual function of sentimental music and film lies in the temporary release given to the awareness that one has missed fulfillment. Is it catalyst for the masses? Music and film permit its listener and audience the convention of the unhappiness, reconcile them by means of this release or their social dependence. And fifth, the ideology of culture industry is manipulative, underpinning the dominance of the market and commodity fetishism. And six, is it conformist and enforcing the general acceptance of the capitalist order. Seven, the concept of order which the culture industry hammers into the human beings are always those of status quo. And the last, the popular of ideology culture industry is that conformity has replaced consciousness.
These are some points from the article that I read. First, the culture industry continuously deceives their consumers by giving them false promises, such as the plot in the film that is actually just illusory. Second, the culture industry now just represses by giving the audience objects of desires with what the actors were wearing. Third, cartoons, which were exponents of fantasy that opposed from reality ones, now became a series of violence. Fourth, the violence that the movie characters suffer turns into the violence towards the consumers. Fifth, there is no essential beauty anymore in culture industry. And last, culture becomes paradoxical commodity through monopoly, and everything is only a motive for economic.
The article also explained that advertising is a public manipulation. When the free market ends, The large company will control the economic system by strengthening ties between themselves and consumer. Advertising is what big companies do to attract consumer, and they are willing to pay high to advertising companies to make it. Advertising costs will later flow again to the pockets of the merger, so they don't have to bother to beat competitor outside. The advertising and cultural industries merge technically and economically, and they are no different from the propaganda slogan. In both cases, the ongoing demand resulting from advertising makes the technology used as a psychotechnology that can manipulate people. Advertisements were made striking yet familiar, easy yet catchy, and skillful yet simple. The object is to overpower the customer, who is conceived as absent-minded or resistant.